Oh, you're live. We're live.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Alive.
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 You're dead.
Resurrect!
You're not Jason.
Can I dream?
No. No, you cannot.
Dun, 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 ding, ding, ding. Dun, 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 ding, 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 ding. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Shoot, even though we have been live for 30 seconds and we just made one of the worst jokes of all YouTube history.
Yeah, probably that.
It was his idea.
My idea?
If you don't know this fellow, if you've seen my older videos,
Hello.
This is Jonah.
What's up?
He has been on this channel before, and
Yes, I have.
and it was for, what was that, Jonah? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes. Which one?
The second one.
Second one. Okay.
See, it's been that long. He hasn't really been on this channel. Jonah
I
is
wish I could be here sooner.
Jonah is here to help me because we talked last night and we watched one of gotta be maybe one of the best Star Wars movies that we've seen.
The best.
The best. Is this better than people get your fears out the way? This is not A New Hope, Return of the Jedi. Get that out of your minds.
Admittedly, it is a little bit of Empire Strikes Back, but in its own way, really.
In its own way, and it's actually one of the things we're talking about. Other thing you saw in the thumbnail, we also talked about SpiderMan.
SpiderMan and our own little what-if script.
And what if we made Ultimate Spider-Man? And if that was made, if Marvel and Disney go to, we're already doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
What if they do the Ultimate Universe?
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, since this is Disney, because Disney now has Star Wars and
Pretty much everything.
they,
Mascot of an evil corporation.
woohoo! But there is also another thing. You saw Emma Stone back there in the thumbnail. This is also talking about a movie that's supposed to be happening next year, but hasn't really been talked about. Is the production on hold? Is it something's going on? Is it no good casting? Because we're here to talk about the new CRUELLA movie that was supposed to be coming out 2018, starring Emma Stone. But we're also going to bring our interpretation of it, what should be in it, what should not be in it, who should play in it, and who shouldn't play in it. So without further ado, while he drinks a Gatorade, I get on the senior class of 2014 shirt on, and to everyone who has graduated today and be on break, happy freaking break to you, and congratulations on your graduation. Now, let's get down to the review. No spoilers allowed.
No spoilers.
Of Star Wars Episode 8.
Last Jedi.
Great. Overall, what would you rate that movie?
I would rate that... Hold on, what are we going for already?
Out of 10.
Out of 10?
I gave it a 9. It's a 9 out of 10.
I give it a... Just a few things. I'd say, I give it probably a very, very close 9.8.
9.8 out of 10.
Yes.
Yes. The thing is with this movie, I love the story, of course. It takes place especially where it left off the last one. And everything that's been explained has been explained. We will also talk about the MVP. The MVP of the...
Shall we save that?
Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker is the MVP of this movie. Very MVP-ish. And it's just his acting in this movie. It's like you felt like Luke Skywalker. You felt his trouble. You felt it in this movie.
Especially when getting the backstory of what happened in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. Yes, that one.
Yes, you can feel the trouble that he was going through with Kylo Ren, because they really talk about Kylo Ren. There's a few things on here that it kind of blows down the water that won't give it a perfect 10, because not every movie can't be perfect. But there's also with Rey, with with Rey and
Actually, they're like a huge, like, can't really say there's a connection, but it's definitely something going on between Kylo Ren and Rey there.
yes. Also with Rey, in her training with Luke is also pretty good. There are also
In fact, I can't even really say it was training, just...
It was just like more like, oh, you want to be a great Jedi, you have to learn one with the Force, be one with the Force. That's
especially the training part.
The training part will make you laugh.
Reach out.
Finn!
What's that? I feel something. No, that's not it.
Pretty much. No spoiler. But also, Finn. I love Finn. I liked Finn in the last movie, and I liked him in this movie even more. His character has totally changed. At first, it was like, oh god, they're going back to the last episode. He's like running away, but no, he's actually done change.
At first, it seems like he's running away, but when you get down to it, he really is trying to help out.
And he's
gotten a little. Trying to help out Rey.
Also, there's also new characters too that they've gotten a little bit of chemistry with, which is really, really awesome. Also, there's a...
honestly, I kind of found it a bit, like, out of left field. Like, I really seen more of Rey and Finn rather than this new chick.
Yeah, and with the new side characters and everything else.
Yeah.
There's also a not casino scene, but, like, there's, like, a scene... Like everything was so beautiful. Like, the sets and everything is beautiful. It's Star Wars. It's everything can be beautiful. Even, like, when you're in, like, in a dark world or like a messed up like end of the earth of the galaxy, you feel like you're on that in that galaxy in that part of the movie.
Even so, kind of tying in with that, it's all beautiful, yet there is a darker side to it all.
There is a darker side to it all. The characters, they did their role, they did their job, and you know what? Everyone did their job, and also Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. You know, it brings a tear to our eyes because what happened. It was right almost the time, the ending of last year, that both her and her daughter passed away. Now, just think about that. And also, with Princess Leia, there's going to be one thing that I have to question. I can't say it in this review, but...
Was it that one part?
It was the one part. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. There's one part... with Princess Leia that didn't make no sense, needs some explaining. And if you know the Star Wars saga better than I do, then you guys let me know in the comment section.
We understand that she's, well, has the Force, but just how exactly? Just how?
How? That really how?
What kind of special power of the Force allows you to do that?
And also the pilot. What was his name? Poe.
Yeah, Poe.
Poe was actually
he
pretty...
was awesome.
He was like Han Solo mixed with...
I don't know. Actually, I can't even
say
no,
I don't think he was Han Solo. He was just basically a strategist.
He was
real great
himself.
And he was like a legit strategist.
I mean, even though in the end it wasn't exactly gonna play out as he thought it would. But even so, I gotta admit, his heart was in the right place.
His heart was really, really in the right place. And like I said, everyone did their job well.
And in the end, he learned that what he was doing wasn't exactly going to be the right thing, and is willing to open up to the more possibilities.
And since that you talked about the thing last night that you talked about, why don't you tell everybody the thing that you thought this movie was going to be, but it shocked you?
Like I said at first, I like how they did with Force Awakens. It was basically just a rehashing of kind of both the prequels and the original trilogy, like big bad guys who kind of rule over the galaxy. Then suddenly this new hope comes across with a young, wide-eyed youth, goes off on a journey, ends up becoming like this powerful entity that can bring about become the savior of the galaxy.
Really, like the biggest part of the galaxy.
Yeah. But then later on, it did kind of seem like that in Empire Strikes Back. The rebellion was on the receiving end of very bad beatdown and were constantly chased by the Empire. However, it definitely took some different turns that I would not have expected.
Another thing, the main villain. Well, actually, to be honest, how they had it, was it Snook?
Snoke.
Snoke.
Honestly, I was actually surprised.
Snoke. To be honest, I wasn't a fan of him. Oh well, not really like a huge, like, I kind of was shocked with the direction they took with Snook in this movie.
I'm actually kind of disappointed that they kind of, did what they did to him. Like, he's supposed to be the big bad emperor and new emperor.
Just basically like a new Palpatine, but totally.
And yet they took this whole turn and just
took a turn for it, and it's just
like
not trying to get too much away.
Yeah,
but
definitely it's
like it was like one of the things in the movie I did not like. The battles in this. This is more space battle than it is more like
definitely more space battles. In fact, actually, that's what this new saga seems to be all about: the space battles and a few gunfights, and not really many lightsaber battles.
But there is probably maybe two lightsaber battles, maybe like 2 or 3 lightsaber battles. No, Finn doesn't count.
I don't know. He did score a hit on Ren in Force Awakens.
So probably like, well, in this movie, I think if I remember, there's probably like two I think Jedi battles, and there's also going to be, oh god, there's also a part in the movie. Luke is literally at an end, but we won't give it away. But it will come to a surprise to you when you see. One thing that made us like had a shocker. I didn't expect the surprise that they had.
Let's just say, if any of you have ever seen Dragon Ball Z, you will once you see that part, you will know what we're talking about. It was like a whole Dragon Ball Z moment.
And also another thing that it just got into me about chapter 7.
Mm-hmm.
What I also liked, it just basically like the movie how it started.
Yeah.
With Rey giving Luke his old lightsaber, and
yeah,
and also Mark Hamill is comedic gold at this.
Just gives the lightsaber and
lightsaber, and you're spoiling it. Don't spoil it.
I didn't do anything. It was off camera.
Off the camera, spoil it. But with Chapter 7, this was really good. I mean, Chapter 8 is really good. I would go see it.
Definitely see it.
There's a lot of things that just are so eye-popping in this movie. It's just so shocking on some of the things they went with, too. Also, Kylo Ren is starting to become one of my favorite characters as a Sith.
And even though he's not exactly a Sith Lord, per se, I mean, they don't really use the whole Sith thing in this new saga, but he is definitely becoming one of the most interesting characters.
I'm loving Rey's ability of her trying to figure out, there's something deep inside of her.
And also, I gotta admit, even though with the crazy turn that they did with Snoke, he did at least show that he was definitely OP.
Oh, and also, what was it? What else? Another part. There's a funny part that we would mention. Jordan got him. But there's also a story from Chapter 7 that we're gonna share right here. Andre Gaither, if you're watching this, if you are watching this, if you get a time to watch this video,
first off, you need to contact us so we can take you to it and we can watch your reaction to it.
Second of all, here's an embarrassing story with Andre. When the last time we went, it was me, Jonah, a friend of mine, and Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Went to see 2 movies because it was Moa's birthday. It was my birthday. I wanted to see 2 movies. I wanted to see The Hateful Eight, which he never seen. He thought it was going to be...
I didn't think it was going to be bad.
You just thought it was just like...
I mean, like, it's Tarantino. It's hard. He's hardly ever bad, but... I just didn't think I'd be all that into it.
And when we saw the Hateful Eight, oh god.
Oh,
Me, Jonah, and Andre were so happy because, sorry ladies, when Channing Tatum got blown away, I was like, yes!
Though we will give him something that he at least blew off Sam's balls.
Oh, you bushwhacker! Like, well, it was taking too long, so I did it for him. Or the other part like this, oh, you believe in Jesus now, hubby? Well, good, because you about to meet him. I'm like, wow.
Then again, I don't think I could ever take Sam seriously with the whole story he did to the Confederate guy's son.
That was hilarious.
I'm just like, oh, God. Sam. Sam, you've done a lot of crazy stuff in your roles, but... That's
low even for him.
Yes,
but that was funny though. But anyway, there was one. Anyway. But anyway, back to the story. When we went to see
Force Awakens.
When Andre
is a huge fan of Star Wars.
And a huge fan of Han Solo. So just imagine his reaction. We are literally in a packed theater now.
Seriously, it was like, I don't know, a few weeks after it was initially released, and even still, a lot of people were still going to see it.
We go front row, and they did that thing with that one spot.
And to be honest, I've already seen it before them, so even though I knew it was coming, yet it was still a bit... It was still
my reaction was eye-opening. Andre's reaction... He screamed that loud. He screamed that loud in that theater. So loud. To the point everybody stopped what they were doing, watching the movie and watching us. I'm trying to calm him down like this, saying, Andre, it's okay. He was crying when we got out the theater. He couldn't even leave. He wanted us to stay till the whole ending credits to see if Han was still alive.
No!
That's how bad. He was a fan.
After everything that happened, you really think Han is gonna be alive? Stabbed, fallen down a shaft, and then on that planet blew up. You really expect him to be alive?
I was just looking at him like, Andre, Han is gone, and he was like,
And honestly, Andre, you really should be. And besides, Andre, he was probably gonna have to go either way. I mean, for God's sakes, both Ford and George Lucas himself try to work in Han to die in the
original episode.
Return of the Jedi.
Oh man, that just he's like, no. I should have videotaped his reaction and put it on in this video. Oh man, that was so funny. And the person I was with at the time did not know. She knew Star Wars, but she never seen a single movie. Mm-hmm. She went to go see it. She liked it, and she started to watch some of the Star Wars. And
good for her.
Good, really good. But anyway, you should definitely go check this movie out. Great visuals. It's Star Wars, guys. It's Star Wars. There's been some things that, well, we're not downright racist. Jar Jar Binks! But, this is really a really great film. I liked it. I liked the little droid, BB-8.
BB-8, yeah.
BB-8. Chewbacca is also hilarious in this.
As well as with those little furry things. If you've seen the trailer, you'll know what we're talking about.
And speaking of trailers, I know we got more to talk about covering on this video, but we got to talk about. There's one thing, guys, that I'm kind of scared of.
What?
Tomb Raider. I don't know.
From what it looked like, it was trying to show off, like, what is it? One of the latest games that like shows her start.
Hey, shoot. I thought for a minute, when I think of Tomb Raider, and if they're going to do a movie of Tomb Raider, I think of the Lara Croft films. And when I think of the Lara Croft films, I want the nostalgia critic. I want the nostalgia critic to review those movies. I just want to know his take on it. But when I think of like they're doing it for the later games, I'm thinking of the older games because I used to play some of the older Tomb Raider games, and Laura Croft killed a T-Rex, so that's why I'm like, okay, she kills a T-Rex.
And didn't she like kill a god?
She killed a god too. So I'm like, okay, what? Like Tomb Raider, I don't know if you could remake a movie like that after what we've had in the past, but kudos to them for that. And also,
though, then again, it didn't look like they were remaking the movie. It just looked like they were just making a movie out of the later games. Like I said, it looked like it was based off one of the games where Laura is just starting off.
Yeah, and also if this is another thing too that got me with this.
What's that?
If they can make an Uncharted movie, Nathan Drake.
Like, who do you think would do Nathan Drake?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds?
As Nathan Drake. Deadpool as Nathan Drake.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking more of Mark Wahlberg. Maybe.
Mark Wahlberg could be. And speaking of Mark Wahlberg, we'll talk about him later on in this too. Also, I love the Infinity Wars between. They show the trailer with the Avengers. I can't wait for that. Also, Oprah Winfrey has a new movie.
Yeah, with The Wrinkle?
Yeah, with The Wrinkle in Time or something like that. That looks decent. There was another movie. The creators of Wallace and Gromit, they got another movie coming out. Not Wallace and Gromit, but
it's claymation and by the same people who made Wallace and Gromit.
And Chicken Run. So that came out. Also, the one with the half human, half robot. That looks interesting. Is it Anaka or something like that?
Alita.
Alita. Yep, that looks interesting. But
I'd say the one that we're most sucked into was Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. That looked pretty good. Anyway, with Star Wars.
Star Wars, it was just amazing. It was awesome.
I would recommend
pretty
it.
much
Check
everything that we would want to hope and more.
And also one more movie, and that's it. I can't wait for it. Probably might not come out till probably 2020, but who knows? They might surprise us. Maybe another Rogue story. And also Rogue One. That's another review for a later day. So next.
So like I said, I think the next Star Wars movie they're doing is a side story for either Obi-Wan or Han.
Also next would be probably I just can't wait. Also, just watch the movie, guys. Just watch it. You will not be disappointed. If you're a Star Wars fan, you won't be disappointed. Even if you're haven't even seen a Star Wars movie, but there's some people that haven't seen it, but
yeah,
maybe like I would say maybe 15%.
In that case, if you're one of those people, get a life and learn to live.
A message for your following guest. Next, like I said, go see it. Next, what if it's Ultimate Spider-Man? We talked about this in the car yesterday. Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man. What was it? Our own sort of script and with a different, our own little cast.
Yes, our own little cast. I said keep Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Keep Tom Holland as Spider-Man. And you know what, Spider-Man fanboys, I'm sorry. No, the racist Spider-Man fanboys that got obsessed that Zendaya was supposed to be MJ, y'all can get a life. Number one, I would have Zendaya as Mary Jane Watson. That is no ifs, no buts about it. Not this Michelle Jones that we have from Homecoming. No. Sorry. And also please, some of you boys out there, I would have Emma Watson as Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, keep her as Emma Watson.
Yes.
She was really good as it back in Amazing Spider-Man.
So yeah, not Emma Stone, Emma Watson.
Oh, that Emma Stone.
Because we're going to the Ultimate, because remember, Spider-Man's young in this.
Oh, okay, that's my bad. I was thinking of the wrong Emma. That's my bad.
Yeah, Emma Watson would play as probably Gwen Stacy. For the bad guy, we came up with the Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, of course.
It's going to be true to the whole entire Ultimate series. If you have not read the Ultimate Spider-Man, I would recommend it. Not the Morris Morales one. No, I'm talking about when young Peter Parker when he got his powers. Really interesting read. Really lovely writing and very lovely illustration. Go watch it.
And I forgot, which Green Goblin are we talking about?
The one with the cape, and they made him look hulkish.
Okay, so the one where the actual turn into a whole Hulk Goblin thing, not the glider in a suit thing.
But we never ever talked about who would play that role.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about
just to play Norman Osborn.
I mean, though, like I said, I liked everything from Amazing Spider-Man, and I forgot what his name was, who played Harry as the Green Goblin. I think he did pretty well in there as, in the suit with the glider.
Also,
I would not mind if he reprised that
that role with that. Yeah. We also talked about having Doc Ock in there, tell you, Doc Ock will be in the second one. We started off with how Green Goblin Oscorp is going under. You have to find some cure or something, or the company's doomed. You guys know the story, but when Otto Octavius and Norman Osborn are fixing a way to save it, get that Goblin formula in out of the blue, Norman Osborn turns into the Green Goblin, and he destroys half of Oscorp building and properties, causing Otto Octavius to be in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
And we just go from there. Spider-Man is starting to learn how to get his powers. The first half of the movie is Peter Parker and MJ get their connection going. Have
an actual connection, not like they did in the Sam Raimi.
God, and then also have Gwen Stacy in there. You can have Flash Thompson, all those other characters, Uncle Ben, Aunt May, all that. Second half, what we're 30 minutes in, shot, Uncle Ben's dead. The other 30 minutes would be Spider-Man just becoming into Spider-Man, also learning more about Norman Osborn.
In fact, actually, to be honest, they did it with Homecoming, and it actually seemed kind of refreshing. Everyone knows the origin story of Spider-Man, so
probably leave it out, or just
I'm not saying skip it entirely, but just address it, move on forward.
That probably would be the great thing to do, but have maybe one flashback and then
one at least if there's anything, at least throw in Uncle Ben dying, and of course
then you can go on from the story from there.
Yeah, radioactive spider. I got bit by a radioactive spider. I've got these powers. Boom, and then Uncle Ben. No, Uncle Ben. And then
it's the only person that's been there around with me through it has been MJ and which is Zendaya's character, MJ, and then have Harry Osborn come in,
and then bring in the whole motivation to become Spider-Man. In fact, and then there we go,
and then we had a scene, a comedic scene, where in the movie that we had, if Ultimate Spider-Man was made, Spider-Man, and MJ become not boyfriend and girlfriend too much. MJ loves Peter, and Peter likes MJ, but it's complicated because Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Parker's getting detention every week. His grades are slipping.
Having a hard time balancing between the responsibilities of being a student as well as a superhero.
Right. But then when you go through with it, and then you go through all that trouble, trial and error, and there's a scene where Spider-Man just leaves something in for MJ, and this meet me at the house. We go because they're not a tag team, but science partners for a science grade or whatever. And
that thing,
the thing, and it's they work on it, but he's this. MJ's you're not trying to talk to me about the project that we're just now starting. No, they do some of it, but also is about Spider-Man's Peter Parker's
big reveal that
he will tell
Spider-Man. And of course, the whole she doesn't believe it, and then he starts walking on walls.
Like, right, and then she starts screaming.
Freaking out.
Then she's like, "Oh my god!" Like freaking saying, "Oh my god, the boy that I love is Spider-Man. Holy crap, we have to tell everybody."
No!
And then, like, she literally, no, Parker really says, "No, we're not gonna try to get the Ned bid. No, Ned.
No.
Until, like, the only person
it'll be based off it, but we're gonna have it, like, actually good and funny.
Right, good and funny. Then there's part like Aunt May's like, "What's going on up there? Nothing, Aunt May. We're just studying. There better not be any hanky panky going on up there, Aunt May." It's all right. I'm just checking. Then we get to another part. Like Green Goblin's plans using Osborn equipment and all that just to hawk up on like the serum that he has in the green. He can turn into the Green Goblin at will, but it comes at a price. The more time he changes into it, the more his lifespan rejuvenates. So he tries to find a cure for it to the point where he can be both and don't have to worry about it. Spider-Man, on the other hand, big wood, big responsibility, shoot, all that, and then like
having a pretty understanding girlfriend at this point.
Yeah, and then after that, like, there's like a scene where they fight in the high school or whatever, destroying half of Midtown High, and then at the end, like almost the end of it, like Parker goes to Oscorp as Spider-Man and just figures out what's going on with Norman. He needs like a blood test, and the only one who has the same bloodline is MJ. Other than Harry, that could save him is MJ. So kidnapping MJ over it, and then we have the big climax.
The big bridge, the bridge scene.
Yeah, the bridge scene where MJ is getting captive and Spider-Man, of course, Green Goblin, they fight. Spider-Man, we do the most controversial thing in this. Letting Norman Osborn die. Spider-Man just lets him die. Like, not even trying to attempt to save him. Like, they just see him, like, melting or just dying, like, in the lake below. MJ covering her face or whatever and don't want to see what she just saw. Peter's just like, it's finally over or whatever. She swings him home, and then high school by, everything's, to normal. Then we get that big scene where
Doc Ock?
Like with Doc Ock waking up from his coma and then figuring out what's going on, and then we jump back to the high school, and then we just go from it's almost the end of the day of school. Then you just hear there is a hold up in the bank, and then she was like this, like Peter tells MJ I got it. Yes, like this. I'll be home doing the homework again. And then it just goes off from there. That's why we would do Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, It sounds a little bit trippy. There's a lot of plot holes, but we're working on it. But
it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. But that's what they should do in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. So, we got with that. Let us know in the comments on what you think. Because this is something I thought of ahead. Because I really would love to see an Ultimate Spider-Man movie.
And he's more of the Spider-Man nut than I have. Honestly, I never really seen any of the comics, but I am a fan of his movies, so I can at least throw in some intel in there.
Yeah. And then now for the other part of Disney.
Ooh, Disney.
Disney. You said the Lion King.
Going through a second renaissance, was it?
Yes. You did the Princess Renaissance. Pretty good era. You started with...
Gave us a few good princesses.
Then you kind of fell off from over the years. Now you guys are now doing the Disney villain renaissance. And that's fine. You did Maleficent, cool. Now you said you guys are doing Cruella de Vil, played by Emma Stone. This was announced around 2016.
We will not lie. Emma Stone does actually sound like a good casting choice.
She was good in Easy A, but this is a younger de Vil this time. But we're okay.
So, where
it's supposed to be coming out next year, but there's nothing has been said or done. I don't think Disney is not canceling the project.
In fact, actually, wouldn't it be this time to get a trailer?
Right, a trailer or a sneak peek of what we're getting. But no, I think this might get pushed back to 2020. That's what it's looked like. it's going, or 2019 if they rush the project. Don't rush. Also, they said they could see Emma Stone as a good Tinkerbell, but no.
I wouldn't.
But no, Reese Witherspoon is supposed to be playing Tinkerbell in an upcoming movie. Also, I also heard that Tim Burton has the Dumbo rights. He's gonna be making Dumbo. Now that looks interesting. The face of a man who's concerned.
Yes, very.
This is the same face when I told him that Marlon Wayans was supposed to play Robin in one of the Tim Burton Batman movies.
While I think that would bring a lot of comedy, it would also kind of bring a lot of confusion. Not because that he's black, just I don't know.
Just a weird choice.
Yeah, weird choice.
But anyway, we talked about with Emma Stone, we said like maybe like the first half is like why her fur obsession. Also, you could explain the black and white hair. I don't understand.
And why she's so into furs.
Furs and all that. And then the second half, that's where the part we got lost with.
Yeah, we're just concerned on where exactly are we going into the Dalmatian story.
Are we going into the actual story from the 1961 film? Or are we going into
just
Home Alone slapstick territory like we got in 96?
I mean, back with what
I wouldn't mind neither both, but it's just
I mean, back with what they did with Maleficent, we got a background story of why she was evil in the first place, because it turns out she was actually a guardian spirit, but only by the time she was betrayed, she became the way she was. Yeah, and only to end up regretting putting the curse and ending up taking away the curse that she put on the princess herself.
Yeah, that, and then also we just don't know what Disney would do. I mean, Disney has some producers. Check your phone real quick. Yeah. I know one of the producers is one of the producers that made what's it called? 50 Shades of
50 Shades
of Grey. That was another odd choice. There's also been rumored that Glenn Close is supposed to be producing it, which is also kind of cool. You have the original. You can actually have her in the movie, be Emma Stone's mom, like Emma Stone's mother in this movie.
Was it Cruella de Vil?
Yeah, the Cruella de Vil 2018 movie. And then we also came up with people who could be in this movie.
Damn it.
Yeah, we came up with people. Sorry, guys. While he continues on, we talked about who should play Horace and Jasper, Anita, and also Roger and Nanny. And also, should they make the dogs talk in this? That is the thing I don't want to see. If they make the dogs talk, you better have some good kid actors, and you better have the CGI down. If not, it's gonna be a heaping mess.
Well, apparently, according to the IMDb, they don't even have.
They don't have a full cast.
Full cast. It's
just Emma Stone.
Let's see, director Alex Timbers and writers Aline.
Aline. That's her name. Aline Borish McKinney, McKinney,
McKenna, and Jez Butterworth. Wow.
And Kelly Marcel is screenplaying it, and also Steve Zizzy is screenplaying.
Sorry for butchering your name.
Yeah, and they got all this, but we have no cast. So if we were to make the cast, this is who we will have. We had to have some comedy relief in this. There gotta be some comedy. They said it's going to be a comedy, so they said. But if it's going to be an action, comedy, and a drama, who we said could play as Horace again? I said Zach Galifianakis as Horace.
Oh wait, produced by, it's still that Aline chick, but also Andrew Gunn.
Yeah, Andrew Gunn producing it too?
Yeah, why does that name sound familiar?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, Andrew Gunn. Like, I know there was a gun. Like, I think one of them did like a... Okay, that's not good. That's not helping. Like, I know it was like a gun thing. There was a gun guy who did one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, I think. Wasn't it?
He's oh.
What was it?
He's made a race in Witch Mountain. Sky High, Bedtime Stories, Bad Santa 2. He produced these. Minuteman, The Haunted Mansion, Freaky Friday,
Country Bears.
Connecting. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, stupid YouTube thing.
Yeah, connection got lost. But
so where were we?
Oh, Robert Gunn. We just realized what he made.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sky High, which I kind of like.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Race to Witch Mountain, the Rock version of it.
And Adam Sandler in Bedtime Stories.
Oh, I hated that movie.
I kind of enjoyed it. It was
okay. So he's made some good movies. Produced some good movies.
Eddie Murphy in
The Haunted Mansion. So you've done some Disney work. And Minutemen.
And Bad Santa 2, I think.
And Bad Santa. I've never seen Bad Santa 2, but my mom told me it's good, but
I don't know how to react to that one. Haven't seen Bad Santa 2.
I've seen Bad Santa 1, and that was funny.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the second one. We could be in trouble here. But they said Glenn Close is supposed to do it, so...
And
she did Freaky Friday and the Country Bears. Okay, Freaky Friday I liked, but the Country Bears, no.
War of the Worlds?
War of the Worlds? He produced it...
Oh, wait, no, it's 1988. It's not the remake, not the remake.
Woo! Okay. Woo! That would have freaked me out there. Almost lost my cool there. Anyway. Anyway, so... Now that we got that out the way, who would we cast and why? We said Cruella obviously would be Emma Stone.
Mm-hmm.
But also, let me see Jonah's phone. I hope I don't get a flag for this. I'm not showing a video. I'm just showing a picture. Who would be Anita? This, if you watch Shameless, I think you guys know where I am going with this. I can never get this woman's name right. Played by Emmy Rossum.
Emmy Rossum.
Emmy Rossum would play. I would pick as Anita if you think about it. I would pick Emmy Rossum. I can never get her name right. Emmy Rossum as Anita. And also, this one is also going to shock you, who I would pick for Roger. Not Ark. Matter of fact, it said it's a younger cast, right?
Actually, yeah.
I had Mark Hamill, but Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlberg?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg, but now I'm thinking of someone else now.
Oh, Arrow?
Why not have Stephen Amell play Roger? Now, Nanny, this one, me and Jonah kind of agree. On the count of 3. 1.
I forgot what. I'm sorry.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Sally Fields. Sally Fields as Nanny, hands down. Now, Jonah, would you like to sit? Now, I'm kind of embarrassed. Who I had originally played Jasper, but then I had to think about it. I said Kevin Hart as Jasper. I'm like, wait, Jasper was like maybe 6 feet tall. Kevin Hart is what? 5'10"? Like not 5'10". He's like what, 5 feet tall, maybe? You said Alan, not Zach Galifianakis. You can show it. Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis. Wait. Up there we go. That way.
Gotta focus it.
Okay, right there.
There you go.
Or something right there.
Right there. Zach Galifianakis as Horace was my original idea for that. Or Jack Black. And since we're going for a younger audience, until we came out, we couldn't think of Jasper. Seriously. Me and him couldn't think of it until I said one person. Look him up. The one person I said that could play Jasper in this role. This will shock you for who I picked to play Jasper. This will freak you out. Because I can actually see it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's just gonna get. Right here. Tom Hiddleston, Loki.
As Jasper. Just imagine it. Can you guys imagine that? Just look in the comment section. Just look at the comment section below. It is like that. Seriously. Mm-hmm. And then who else we said? Glenn Close will probably be in the first half of the movie as Cruella's mother, Emma Stone's mother in the movie. Mm-hmm. And we'll go from there. The child actors, you said the cast from It.
Yeah, like I heard the kids from the recent It movie were actually pretty good.
Playing with one of the dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thought about that. Yeah, seriously. Let's replay the cast. We had Emma Stone as
younger Cruella DeVille,
and probably older because they probably might do something crazy.
Yeah.
We had Emmy Rossum.
Yes, Emmy
Rossum as Anita. We have Stephen Amell as Roger. You're good. Zach Galifianakis as Horace.
Galifianakis as Horace. Tom Hiddleston as Jasper, and Sally Fields as the nanny.
And the cast from It as the puppies. We don't know. Or who could play Pongo and Patty? Actually, Angelina Jolie for no, she was in Maleficent, so no, that won't work. I got one.
What?
Zendaya as
You're just hung up on Zendaya today, aren't you?
I'm probably not even Zendaya. Rosie Dawson.
Not Rosie O'Donnell.
No, the chick from Men in Black 2.
Oh, okay.
Rosario Dawson
As
as Patty, and Pongo would probably be Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
So that's what we got for that movie. And we're, we don't know. First half would be the backstory, and the second half, we don't know. If they do the cartoon.
At least the start of the original movies.
And if they do, the cartoon, the climax. That's what we're worried about. The climax of the movie. Should they do the car crash? Now, could they kill off Cruella for this? Or could they just do something sensible and just, murder for a Disney movie? And also, could they just, do something sensible and just, like how they crash in the original? No, have them, laying there.
Good
in the snow. But no.
Good extremo murders ever since Daddy Mufasa.
Or no, have Cruella in a coma while Jasper and Horace are just being taken away to the police or a police hospital to be checked out in. That's how you can end it off right there. Or are we gonna go Home Alone territory? I don't know. I don't even know if Emma Stone can swim, so I don't know. But if you've seen the 1996 101 Dalmatians, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's what we would do for the Cruella movie. Should it happen? I think it should happen. I like the Dalmatian series, except for the fucking sequel. Not the cartoon. The 1999 Glenn Close fiasco 102 Dalmatians. I hate that movie. But,
how is she still alive?
Being baked in the cake, I don't know. But anyway, have that as your cast. And that would be a good catch. You guys let me know in the comment section below. So I think we are done for tonight. God, this is a longer Malguli video than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be here for an hour, but no.
Nope.
Well, we actually are here for an hour. 55 minutes.
10 minutes short of an hour.
10 minutes short of an hour. Jonah, how good are you at putting video games into YouTube video captures?
I wouldn't say I'm crazy good with that stuff. I could try.
I'm trying to find something because I'm trying to do more video games review on the channel.
Just be sure that I am here for your Dragon Ball Z.
There will be a Dragon Ball Z month. We've talked about a SpiderMan month, which I will totally do a perspective. I'll have some guests coming through. Then also we will have a video video games based off TV shows month. So the following games I have in the closet: Family Guy, the video game; Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
No, I've seen like playthroughs of Family Guy video game, and I have to say I'd be interested in trying that out.
The Simpsons, Hit and Run, would be on that list. Also, I got a lot of TV shows. Comics does not count.
Mm-mm.
Then there will also be probably a GBA month of some of the games that I grew up playing. There will probably be a Pokemon month. Pokemon retrospective is all the generations I grew up with.
Yeah,
so
that you're on your own on that one.
Don't be alarmed. There will be no generation 4, 5, or 6. It would just be generation 1, 2, and 3 because I grew up with those games. A Yu-Gi-Oh retrospective. There will be that on the channel. Hopefully, if I can get everything as planned. So, Jonah, you have anything to say for my YouTuber subscribers before you go?
No, I pretty much got nothing, but hope to be here soon.
The next time you come, and also for me, you guys know the routine. I will be up here sometime to review the main event of Clash of Champions tomorrow night, and I will hopefully get to watch the show if I can. So, until next time, I am Malguli. This is my special guest, Jonah. Thank you for coming there, good sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and let's review Star Wars movie. 9 out of 10 for me. 9.8 out of 10 for him.
Mm-hmm.
Second, we talked about Ultimate Spider-Man. Let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see that as a movie, and also the casting for CRUELLA 2018 fan made. If you guys would like to see that, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So next time I'm at Gully, I will see you guys tomorrow night. God bless you
Later.
all. Peace out, and God bless all of you, everyone.